When we went paddleboarding recently, Barb and I began the day by enjoying the beautiful weather and beautiful scenery and the wildlife, including a heron searching for fish. The water was only about 5 or 10 feet deep, but then we ventured away from the protected shore and headed towards a small island out in the middle of the lake. The water got deeper, about 30 feet. This meant that motorboats could traverse that area around the island. Even though the boats followed the lake rules and moved pretty slowly, they still created wakes.
I'm not a very experienced paddleboarder, so even those tiny wakes rocked my paddleboard pretty significantly. At one point, I had to stop standing and I dropped to a kneeling position in order to get more stable. When we're doing life and something pretty big passes nearby, we may need to do something similar. For example, if we're standing tall for our Christian beliefs, but the media is hyper-focused on promoting something that is against Christian principles, it can create a wake that can rock our paddleboard. Instead of standing, sometimes it's appropriate to hunker down a little. Don't expose quite so much of ourselves to the forces. For me, this might involve cutting back on my television time or spending less time on social media. It might involve spending extra time in prayer or searching God's Word for wisdom in addressing the situation.
If you see those waves rolling towards you, and they are looking pretty big, ask God for wisdom. He may ask you to ride them out, and He may even allow you to fall into the water. Or He may encourage you to hunker down to minimize the impact of the waves. Thanks for trekking with the Foxes.